Hi guys, it's Belle here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of A Day in the Life of. Today we are with Johnny Zest. Johnny Zest has the stage name and the dream, but maybe not the talent. Disowned by the land grabs for quitting school, Johnny wants to make his own fame and fortune as a stand-up comedian. So Johnny Zest is in the entertainer career level 2, which is an open mic seeker. He has the joke star aspiration, his traits are ambitious, he's a goofball and he's outgoing. So in this series we are going to accompany the Sims for one day. We're going to watch them, observe them, and we are not going to control them. This is a whole series. This is episode 17, so there are 16 other households in the Sims that I have already observed, that I have already visited. You can go check out the playlist and choose whatever household you want to see. You don't have to watch this in order, which can be very convenient. Today we are with Johnny Zest. He is in his small home, his caravan, because he was disowned by the land grabs. I think he's a cousin. I'm not sure if he's probably a cousin from Geoffrey Landgrab. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone of you will know the exact story and the history of his family. So leave that in the comments down below, please. And I just want to say now that I have something very special in this episode, which differs a bit from the other episodes, but we will come back to that later. So I really like Johnny Zest. I liked Johnny Zest from the beginning. I don't really play a lot with him, but I always felt a bit sorry for him. He's living alone. He's a very friendly character. He's also a stylish character, a funny character, but he lives alone in this caravan, which is not really that well furnished. He doesn't really have a lot of rooms. He doesn't have a lot of stuff to do. And I have to tell you, I had to cut a lot of footage out because he was mostly watching TV and feeling a bit sorry for himself. But then he got some visits from the welcome wagon, which is one neighbor. It is not a premade townie, so we don't know her. It is a random sim, but I really like her style. And I think the gray and the orange matches well. And then this woman has some blue shoes, which is so funny. So I really had to film these shoes because in a way it looks weird, but in another way it looks perfect. She talked animatedly, but I'm not sure if she talked to Johnny because he is still watching TV and he didn't respond. So either she's insane or just enjoys talking to herself. We will never know. So Johnny is still sitting here watching TV. He has a guitar in the corner. He is a comedian. He is only level 2. And you know very well that if the Sims aren't skilled, they won't on their own going to play guitar, which is a bit of a shame. So to give you a little bit of a change, I wanted to film the caravan from the outside. It is really nothing spectacular. It's in Oasis Springs in the desert. And Johnny Zest really doesn't have a lot of money. You can see where his stereo is on. It's just on an old case he probably used when he was moving. And he also has a microphone. I would have loved to see him perform one of his comedy routines, but he doesn't have one because I haven't controlled him before, and his level is probably not high enough, or you have to, I don't know, trigger that or start him doing it. So I'm just glad that we can control the Sims, because if we couldn't, there wouldn't be much to do with them. They do things autonomously, but Johnny didn't really do a lot here. I thought, oh well, Johnny's going to the kitchen, but he only got himself some Fruit Loops, and yeah, I don't know. We don't have Fruit Loops here. We rather have things like muesli, if you know what that is. So I also sometimes eat that and watch something, but it seemed a little bit sad. And then I saw him that he wanted to go talk to Candy, which was really great. But when he arrived there, poor Johnny, there was no candy around. So all he could do was go back to his television. So yeah, there is really not a lot in this room. There are these candles, but he don't really have any paintings or any other decoration. I'm so glad that he had that red sofa, because otherwise it would be even sadder. So yeah, what about Johnny? He seems really funny. He is apparently caring about his appearance. He loves to dress up, but you can clearly see that he is made for the show business and not for this life. He wants a more glamorous life, and he dreams of being popular and living maybe still in his caravan, but that is much better decorated, that he is successful, and that he can invite a lot of people to throw parties. So that would be something that Johnny would really appreciate. So Johnny is getting a little bit tired. He's still watching television, sitting in front of the TV, but I feel that maybe he needs a nap. What do you think? Because a cooking show might be interesting and level his cooking skill, but in the end, after hours of watching TV, talking to no one, I don't think that that is something that Johnny wants to do the whole day. At least I didn't hope so. And yeah, then when he finally decided to change something, he finally decided to walk away from the television and take a nap. I had an idea. So Johnny is taking a nap. Johnny is having a dream. And Johnny is dreaming what his life could actually be like if he maybe changed his style to a more colorful hippie style, and if he had enough money to have a more colorful caravan. So in my series Belgu's Renovations, I renovate the pre-made houses in The Sims 4. I try not to change the structure of the house, so you still see how it originally was, and also on the inside I might change some rooms, but you will still see what it was before, and that's what I did. It was, I think, my second renovation build I did in The Sims 4. I renovated Johnny Zest's house because I felt very sorry for him. And so I thought I would implement this in the day in the life. So what I did is I put Johnny to sleep. He woke up in his dream house, in his dream party house, and I didn't control him. So he can do whatever he likes. But of course it will be a bit more interesting for you and show you what I'm doing in my renovation series. So I have renovated, maybe 11 or 12 houses in The Sims. I'm not that sure, but if you head over to my channel, you will see the renovation playlist, and this video, this renovation, will pop up on the top right corner of this video. So I thought if we spend all day with Johnny in this caravan, we might as well have a bit of fun, and he might as well have a bit of fun too. So she just left him some bills, but I hope they are not too high. So if he wakes up, it's not his dream mansion, he has to pay rent, but it's the old one. I did this build a bit more than a year ago, so I think we got city living, of course, but there were a lot of packs we didn't have. But up until then, what we had for packs I used. And Johnny can really celebrate big parties here. There's a dance floor, there's a DJ booth, You saw the water slide. He has a cinema. He has places to sit. He has a yoga corner. So he can invite everyone he wants to. And the reason why that our dear Johnny is standing around here and was standing around here for a long time was that he couldn't go into the house. So I had to size down some plants because I remembered that when I built this, it wasn't playable at first. I had to do some changes. So if you want to use that, you can download it, use the Move Objects cheat before you download it. But then be aware that some plants that are on the windowsills have to be sized down or taken away so Johnny can go into the house, because I realized he had to pee and he was just standing here. I mean, this light, this dancing light might be interesting, but yeah, not for so long. So finally he can go inside and you can see how I changed the inside. So it's so much more colorful. For some of you might be too colorful, too bright, but I had this vision of a hippie Johnny, of a happy hippie party Johnny that entertains his guests on his property. So I wanted to change a lot, and I really like how that turned out, and it made me feel a little bit less depressed when I visited him. This is not something I'm going to do with other households, but I felt for this day in the life episode it was just right. I'm not talking about Johnny here and what he's doing and what he's adding to his salad. Thanks God, this salad is only for him and not for some other people. So yeah, also in the living room he can have much more fun, and I think he will also feel much better. I also like the makeover for him. He looks completely different, of course, but I wanted to change him the way that his house is now. So I also used a lot from Movie Hangout and from City Living, because I think these are two very colorful packs. So Johnny is always tired, so he is taking a nap here as well, of course. So of course we have the bubbles, as we have them in every nap time or sleep time. I film with my Sims, so while Johnny is sleeping, I just wanted to show you a bit what I did. This is a lot of water in on the outside on the landscaping. The caravan is also very colorful. There are a lot of lights. It looks very nice in the evening, and also the bedroom looks much more different and more happy. So yeah, Johnny is already awake, because why would you sleep that long when you have such a happy place to be? So of course Johnny loves the water slide, and he loves to try out different things. And yeah, he's doing the same thing over and over again, but this is probably because his fitness skill isn't high enough. But it doesn't matter, as long as Johnny has fun, I have fun for Johnny too. So we're going just over the property, which I really tried also to blend in a little bit in the landscape of Oasis Springs with the palm trees. Of course, you can now add the Jungle Adventure Game Pack things if you want to. So this is the bar I was talking about. People can sit here. I have also, when I tried this out, when I built this, I have made parties here. It really works. Sims are happy. They like it. But I also like it when Johnny spends time inside. And here he is having a bath. And I realized that Johnny wasn't happy, and I was astonished. I thought, hey, Johnny, I gave you a house that is so much better. But the thing is, Johnny is very outgoing and he loves to be around people. So as you know, the Sims don't really autonomously invite people over. There will be the welcome wagon, of course, but if you don't let your Sims talk to other people or invite them over or hang out with them, they are alone. And so Johnny had to cry a lot, and he's just sad. So that's why he's hiding under his bed. And that was a bit strange, because actually I hope that not only for you guys it would be a bit more interesting if I changed the venue of Johnny, but it would also be much better for Johnny because he has a lot more to do. But you see here, he has his head down. So, well, here even he has a friend coming over that wears a bit the same color, clothes style than Johnny. I'm sure he could be a great friend, but yeah, Johnny doesn't really realize that there's someone coming over. At least he's making more interesting figures on the water slide. But then I thought, oh yeah, he will go. He now realized that his friend is here. They will talk together, but no. They mind melt together. That's the only thing. They walk through each other, but Johnny doesn't even realize that. So yeah, at least he's having a sandwich. And I hope he will cheer up, because Johnny, I have to tell you, when you go back to sleep, you will probably not wake up in your dream caravan anymore. So yeah, you didn't really enjoy it. You wasted a bit of that time that I gave you, but I can do anything. I can control you. I can just observe you. So he is going, he's sleeping. Bye, hippie Johnny. Bye bye. So I will continue the series. There are still, I think, about maybe 13 pre-made households left that I haven't visited yet, and I love to visit them. I got some great feedbacks from you guys that you really like the series, and of course I will visit them all. So Johnny is back in his normal life and in his normal sad caravan. So yeah, I will finish to visit them all in the future, as long as there are pre-made townies. When there won't be any new one, there will be a little hiatus for the series. But as soon as new worlds and new pre-made townies are added, then I will make some more episodes. Of course, I couldn't do any episodes with Salvadorada, unfortunately, because Salvadorada is a vacation world. The same goes with Oasis Spring, Granite Falls, which is a vacation world too, and Magnolia Promenade that was added with Get Together. But as I said, there are still a lot of episodes, and A Day in the Life will be a new episode every second Saturday, so we will always have 2 weeks to catch up. So there's still time now to catch up on older episodes until the next one comes, and then when the hiatus is, if you haven't watched the whole series, you can go back and watch the other ones as well if you like it. So I think this video will be over soon. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please let me know what you thought about this special twist that I added to this episode. And just let me know if you like my series. Let me know, what do you think of Johnny Zest? Did you know him? Did you see him for the first time when I showed you this video? Did you use him in your game? Or if you use it and play with him in your game, what has he become? Does he have a family? What did he change careers? What did you do with him? So yeah, I hope you will have a wonderful weekend, guys. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in my next video. Bye guys.